Greetings friends, this is Steven back again with Make It Rad. Today, kind of a special intro video. I have for you the 2021 KTM 890 Adventure R Rally Edition. This being one of 700 made worldwide, 200 here in the US, and I just happened to be one of the lucky ones to have found one of these at the dealer a couple years ago. So I picked it up and just want to do a quick channel intro. I'm going to be shooting a couple videos on this and figured, hey, it's a beautiful day outside. What better way to introduce the rally than to take it out for a short stroll? I'm just out here exploring some gravel roads and wanted to do a quick introduction. So this is the 890 Rally Edition. A few things different than the overall R. So backing up a little bit, the 890 is made in like a standard edition, an R edition, which is more off-road oriented, and then this Rally Edition. Mods for this over the standard edition include, basically the big thing is this has what they call Explorer Pro cone valve front forks, and also Explorer Pro rear suspension. So really, if you're looking for one thing that sets it off from the standard R, that would be it. And then it just has a bunch of power parts thrown at it. Like it comes with an Acroprovic exhaust factory. The front end on the standard R is like a smoked area around the windscreen. You can see that all of those parts right there are clear, just a minor difference. And obviously the graphics are completely different from the R. I find this to be loud, but also really cool. I love how it says Rally right across the fairing right there. This is a tall bike. This suspension, I think the standard travel is around 200 on the standard R. This is 270, so it makes it a pretty tall bike, and the Rally Edition comes with the KTM Rally seat. You can see there's no real cutout in it, and it's about 3/4 of an inch taller than the standard R seat, which is already, this is a tall bike, and that seat, wow, you can move around on it great, makes it extra tall, and I'm 5'10", so sometimes I'm on my tiptoes. I have to be a little careful about where I'm stopping. If I'm like off-road and there happens to be a little hole there, I could easily just go right over on this. So that's one thing to keep in mind with these. Other things this has over the standard R is it has wider foot pegs at the factory. Let's see if I can get a better shot there than the standard R. That's a KTM power part. I still have the little rubber isolators in there. I do spend a lot of time on this on the street, getting to where I plan to go ride, so nice having those. Upgraded wheels, so these have the DID Dirt Star wheels on them. Let's see if I can focus there. There we go. These are actually a narrower wheel than the standard R, and the tires comes with tubes. So probably more extreme than I am, but a lot of the really extreme guys prefer tubes in their tires, so that's how they outfitted this one particularly. For me, probably not a huge difference. Painted tank, it has the KTM team colors on the tanks painted on this one. Could be good and bad. If you scratch it up, you're gonna see it more. It has like a white primer under there, so you definitely see that more. And then I guess the final thing is this comes with the suite of all the electronics out of the box. So the standard R you can upgrade and get the rally mode and the quick shifter mode. This has all of those included. So if you look at like the standard R, they'll sell you the bike and then they'll say, hey, for 500 bucks more or something like that, you can upgrade the electronics and get all the cool rally modes. Well, sort of silly because it's just software, but with this one, they include it, which they should, since this one's a little bit more than the standard edition. So we covered the mods of the Rally Edition over the standard R model. I'm just gonna touch on a few mods that I've made myself, basically aftermarket mods that have really helped adapt this to myself. Not a final list, obviously more to do here, but we'll start at the top. I've got the TrailTech GPS there, mounted on a Vanash GPS mount, very top there. Went with the orange, they make those in black as well. See if I can focus in on that for you. There we go. I've also got the Vanash bar razors. That's about like 1 inch. That just makes it sit a little better for me. I'm a little more comfortable that way. One thing you might be able to tell off the bat is this being a US spec bike, they came with big incandescent blinkers. I happen to find the Euro model. These are the OEM blinkers that come on the Euro bikes, and they are plug and play, and they're brighter than the standard incandescent. You don't have to worry about bulbs. Got those front and rear. They come with a different relay, so you don't get any fast blink or anything like that. Those are a great upgrade. I was super stoked with those. Normally, on other bikes, I've had sport bikes in the past, and I'll do like a fender eliminator because they always have so much goofy stuff in the back. But this one's not too bad. It's got a couple reflectors, and those smaller blinkers really, I think, help out in that regard quite a bit. Things you can't really see. Hidden under the tank there is the charcoal canister delete. That's a product through Rottweiler. You have to remove the tank for that, so it's not fun. But it's not too bad once you know how to do it, and I've done it a few times. Other items, I've got let's see if I can find it in there. There's a Rottweiler headlight support, or the front area support. As you put more things like GPS on the front of these, it's a weakness in the frame, and so I've got the little Rottweiler kit to help stiffen that up and support it. I haven't had a problem. It's more of a preventative mod there. It does have an aero decat. That has made a huge difference with your feet being right there and the suspension being right above that pipe. That pipe gets, in factory form, gets really hot, and the last thing you want to do is heat up your rear shock. That's what you buy these bikes for, especially the rallies, the suspension. So you don't want it getting super hot. It sort of defeats the purpose, but boy, it sure is nice. It makes it so it doesn't get nearly as hot there on your legs as well. Also in frame, you can see the brake master cylinder guard. There's a little tube that comes down from the reservoir there that goes in the brake master cylinder that's a little bit exposed. Factory does have a piece there, but this covers it a little bit better. It makes it a little stronger. And then finally, I have the Ian Chappell skid plate. This is made by Ian Chappell. You have to email him to get this, and it comes from overseas in Europe, and he will send this out to you. Super good dude. I've been super happy with this mod. Factory is like a little tin can piece. So this really does the trick. It's got all the holes punched in there, so you still get really good airflow through. It adds a little weight, but it's, all very down low. It's the lowest point on the motorcycle, so, I'm okay with it. It protects very well. Factory on these bikes, the factory skid plate actually bolts up to the engine. So if you bash that, you risk breaking off part of the engine. And you really have to either have that welded or replaced. So it's kind of not the best design to have a factory skid plate bolt up to the engine. This one bolts up to the mounts for a rear center stand if you had that. Most people that have these, especially the Rally Edition, probably don't want that center stand down there. So while this eliminates that, I think it's a good mod. One other thing I should cover is the Rally Edition does come with the KTM Power Parts carbon fiber tank guards. Those are pretty cool. Standard is just, standard rubber ones on there. I don't know if they're that much better, but they look cool. So that's it for now. For next mods coming up, I do plan to replace the TrailTech GPS with a Garmin unit, something that I can go through and get street by street, turn by turn directions on this. And then probably between that and the next mod will be the KTM low power parts seat. So right now, this is pretty tall for me. So what I'll probably end up doing is putting that seat with a cutout and make it a little easier for me to stop, put my leg down. That helps off-road even sometimes in corners. So, but they made this for 1 year, guys. 2021 890 Adventure R Rally. So pretty stoked to have it on the channel. Going to be shooting a few more videos. Just wanted to get a nice overview for you guys. Probably the next videos I'm going to do are like top 5 likes, top 5 dislikes. That's it for now. More content to come. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any other questions, do follow-up videos, anything of that sort. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Take care.